everyone, I'm Kate and welcome to my channel. I don't know, it feels so weird saying all of this stuff because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm a YouTuber now. But hi, I'm Kate and I have never watched Winx Club. A lot of people have been telling me that I should watch Winx, so I'm gonna do that now. What I originally planned to do was to watch the episodes out of order. Like, I asked you guys on Instagram what episodes I should watch, and I was gonna pick 4 of those episodes and then just watch them, like, randomly and make theories about it. And that did not go well. Wait, who? So I'm just gonna watch them in order. I'm gonna be watching episodes 1 to 4, and since I tried to film this previously and it didn't go that well, I already saw episode 1. I didn't have a lot to say. It was just kind of setting up the plot for me. I did have some theories. How is Bloom a fairy? Because her parents don't seem to know anything about the fairies and stuff, but she's just a fairy. So, like, how do you become a fairy? Is there a fairy in her ancestry? Is she adopted? Is she Superman? Is Bloom Superman? But that's it. Let's kick it off with episode 2. The theme song is great, by the way. Okay, so what I remember from the last episode is that she met that girl, the blonde one. She's my favorite right now, by the way. And she found out that she was a fairy. And so her and her family are moving to the fairy world to take Bloom to a school for fairies.
That must be your school over there. You excited? You bet I am.
Well, let's go then. We don't want to be...
I'm calling it right now. There's a wall that keeps non-fairies from entering.
Really? Where is it?
I was right!
Feel anything?
I was right!
Are you guys pulling my leg?
No, honey. Honest.
Stella, did you do that by any chance? No, Bloom. It's a protective barrier. You can't go any further.
Oh.
Mom?
I love her parents. They're just so supportive. They're like, oh, you're a fairy? Oh, you're gonna go live with the magical fairy people? Cool.
What now? I'm not on the list. Yes, you are. I think of everything. The Princess of Callisto was supposed to come here this year, but she changed her mind for some reason. She gave me a letter to give to the headmistress. I just won't give it to her, that's all.
So she's gonna pretend to be the Princess of Callisto, and everyone's gonna think that she's really famous. And I think that one day, the Princess of Callisto is gonna change her mind and come back, and then everyone's gonna be like, wait a minute. You're not the princess.
Is that clear, Princess Stella? Thanks to you and your antics, the potion laboratory will not be accessible until next month at the earliest. Now, I
Oh.
think you know what not to do.
What did she do?
Look, we're in the same apartment. Cool. That's my room over there. The same one I had last year. Magic Realms Upper Ring? Wow, that's quite a ways away. Hi, my name's Techna. Hi, Techna. I'm Stella. Hey, I've heard about you. Me too.
No, I didn't think that we were gonna meet all of the main characters so quickly. What I thought the show was gonna be was Bloom finds out that she has superpowers, and then blonde girl, her name is Stella, right? Stella is gonna be like her mentor, and then they meet a bunch of other fairy girls in the human world. So the fact that she's going to a school of magic is interesting.
You look disappointed. Of course I'm disappointed. This is it? Magic?
Wow.
Capital of the realm of magic, most enchanted city in the universe? Well, what did you expect? I don't know. Dragons, gnomes, wizards, shops full of magic wands. But that's fairy tale stuff. This is the real world. Everything lives up.
I love how they say that after they take her to a magical world full of witches and what is it, specialists? And they're like, this is the real world. What are you talking about, Bloom?
It's all magical energy. Magic is everywhere. Whoa!
Never mind, I take it all back. This is a great place to live. Imagine that. Like, you're driving and all you have to do, you can't find a parking spot, just parking spot exists. This is what we need to use magic for, guys.
And over here we have frames with
Wait a
little more-
minute. I know you. That's the troll from earlier. So, do the bad guys just live in the place, or because he's wearing glasses, but he's in a glasses shop? So is he just trying them on? Like, is he a bad guy as a job? Do they hire them to be bad guys? Because he's just chilling. He's not in an evil lair or anything. He's just doing his thing. And he's like, oh my goodness, wait a minute. Aren't those the girls that I tried to kill the other day? Is he going to do anything now, or is he just going to wait until his shift starts?
I must warn my highnesses immediately. They're in magics too. They can deal with things themselves this time.
He actually is waiting for his shift to start. He's like, I'm not on the clock right now. I'm not chasing them.
The fairy and her friends are in town, my highness. I just saw them walk by. They were headed downtown.
Are you sure? That sounds almost too good to be true. Stella's scepter must be ours.
So they're after the scepter.
You won't fail us this time. And if you do, I'll make triple sure that you'll never ever again take your glasses off.
Guys, I wasn't going to tell you this, but I was recently fired from my job as a lackey for these 3 magical fairy princesses. I didn't capture the people that I needed to capture, and they restored my eyesight.
I've got to go now. My friends are calling me, so a big hug and kiss Daddy for me, please. Bye.
Why is he walking like that? Guys, if you don't want to seem suspicious, walk very suspiciously.
We've got to get that scepter. Sisters, we are being watched.
So, do the magic students not leave campus? Like, do they usually just stay on campus for the entire time that they're in school? And they just come out to the civilian shopping center, like, at the beginning and the end of the school year? Because why are they so shocked to see the fairies in the fairy world? And if they want Stella's scepter so bad, how come they can't just go to the school because they know that she's a student at the school? So does the barrier keep out evil fairies as well as non-fairies? Why can't they just go to the school to get it while she's sleeping or something?
What a pity you had to meet us. Sweet little fairy. Leave her alone.
Oh, I can investigate
Take
her.
up
Yay!
instead. Pathetic. Nuts, they're all yours. Have fun.
But why not just fight them yourselves? You're after Stella's scepter thingy. Stella appears in front of you, and you don't attempt to take the scepter. You just send the lackey that failed the last time? Okay, transformation scene, let's go. I'm sorry, they did her so dirty with that costume.
What a blockhead.
Why did they send him?
I knew it.
Oh,
You're
she-
not a real princess.
She catches on quickly.
Young lady, you have tricked us.
How did she know?
True, but still, she must be a magical creature, or the barrier would have kept her out. But she also has a dream, and she totally believes in it. She has displayed a great tenacity, and isn't that a quality that every fairy should possess?
Did her voice just change?
I don't think there were any fairies left on Earth.
Me neither. I thought they'd all disappeared centuries ago.
Bloom lore? Bloom's lore?
Well then, who is Bloom?
That's what I want to know. That's what I've been saying.
The Winx, us. I mean, if we're going to be a group, we should have a name. Don't you think?
That makes sense. I was wondering when the name was going to come in. I was like, is the school called Winx? It seems totally on brand for Bloom to be the one to suggest the name, because she's read all these books and stuff. But I wish they would play into more of the fact that she's read about fairies, and so she's like, hey, isn't this supposed to be how fairies act? Isn't this supposed to be how, like, the magical realm is? And they did, like, do that once, but I feel like we should see a little bit more of that. But I like that we're getting a lot of lore on Bloom, and I like that we're getting a lot of world building. I find it interesting how, I didn't say it earlier, but I think it's interesting that the phones can connect from, like, the fairy realm to the earth realm. But also, if they didn't expect that fairies were still on Earth, why would they have phones that could connect to phones on Earth? Because the short-haired girl, she did say that they did say that that the phones on Earth were prehistoric, and so why would you have phones that connect to prehistoric phones? I think I'm asking a lot. I think I'm asking way too many questions, considering it is a show for tweens. Matter of fact, how old were you when you watched the show? Let me know in the comment section, because I'd actually be interested to know.
But, what does Winx mean? Nothing, just Winx.
Okay, so, that answered my questions. I was wondering why they named the show Winx. And I was like, what does Winx mean? Is it supposed to be like some sort of version of wings because they have fairy wings? So what does it mean? And then Bloom is like, nothing! Thank you, Bloom! See, they're answering all of the right questions first. So that's the end of episode 2. I wish that they would have spent like a little more time introducing us to the other characters, because I didn't even know the blue-haired girl's name. I like that we get to see a little bit of their personalities, because we got a lot with the brown-haired girl. We know that the pink-haired, short-haired girl, she is like really good at technology. But then, like, the blue-haired girl, we get nothing from her, so I hope that she has some more important scenes later on in the show. But let's move on to episode 3.